it connects the idea of speaking through music.
The dialogue, the conversation that we create is really, really unique, and it's just enjoyable.
Exploring the interplay between the sound file and the instrumental parts, it's really an interesting piece, and it's a lot of fun to play.
It seems like something that's so simple that someone should have come up with before, and yet it isn't. And it just, I think it'll speak to a lot of people.
It's interesting because I've never personally thought about speaking as music, but even the voice of each individual, it's so different, and it's something that I haven't noticed before.
You also have the idea of Brazilian dances, and everybody enjoyed having a taste of that.
Because it represents what the country, Brazil, has the best to offer to the world.
In the Rio de Janeiro movement, with like all the strings kind of sitting on the tremolos with the seagulls, it's just a really unique sound effect, I think. I love it.
Da tropicalidade. Da malemolência. Da tropicalidade. Da malemolência. Da malemolência. Da tropicalidade.
The Brazilian rhythms.
Love. They're so much fun.
I think when people think about like classical music or acoustic instruments, they usually think of some like old dead guy composing the music, right? But it's so much fun to play a piece when you can actually interact with the composer who composed it.
Eita bexiga! Eita bexiga!
Sort of, steeped in somebody's homeland is always very, very significant and very special. And it's very emotional too, because being so far away from Brazil, I'm sure he misses the sounds of Brazil, the smells of Brazil, and the dances of Brazil. So having that incorporated in this piece.
Not only Masbá, but everything that came behind it.
Saudade do Rio Grande, que nunca se esvazia. Mas que barbaridade!
Playing a world premiere of any composition is a great honor. So this is an experience that I definitely won't take for granted, because it's unique, it's memorable, it's exciting, and the orchestra sounds really good.
So I think it's a way to spread classical music around the world. Yeah.
Really enjoyed working on it. It was a challenging piece, working with a laptop on stage, and trying to conduct a laptop is not an easy task. But it, again, was written really well, and it fit together really nicely.
Minha Terra is a documentary based on the creative process of Dennis Nassar's orchestral piece, also called Minha Terra.
Amigo, se eu contar.
This musical piece explores the challenge of generating an entire composition from the pitch and rhythmic materials derived from several different spoken voices.
There's an F going to a E sharp.
Could you give us an example of just what you've been talking about, the combination of the spoken voice and the music together?
Yes, sure. So I recorded a friend of mine from Rio Grande do Sul, which is a province in Brazil, in the south. And I recorded his saying this phrase.
Mas que barbaridade. Mas que barbaridade.
Which is an expression from there. Now this phrase has these notes here. in this rhythm. So if you play it again,
Mas que barbaridade. Mas que barbaridade.
so I can play together with the voice.
I see.
And because I can do that, then I can apply all the musical process over that, some development into these melodies and rhythms and motives. For example,
Mas que barbaridade. Mas que barbaridade. Mas que barbaridade. Mas que barbaridade.
it's all generated from the spoken voice.
Marvelous. Now, you have used the Portuguese language, Brazilian Portuguese, as the basis for the voices. Was there a reason to use Portuguese as opposed to, say, English?
That would provide for the audience that do not speak Portuguese a very unique experience of perceiving and listening only to the musical relationship, the interaction between the voice and the instruments, instead of paying too much attention to the meaning of the words.
Obrigado, meu Rio de Janeiro, por seus doces frutos de intensos sabores e pelas lindas paisagens e seus inesquecíveis amores.
The orchestra have a lot of possible colors to use, combination of instruments. So I tried to explore that. So there's some parts in the piece where the instruments, there are like 3 instruments playing with one phrase, and then 4 playing another phrase, and 1 playing with... So it's a lot of colors changing all the time with the voice, so we can perceive and experiment the voice in different ways.
Essa terra é muito boa. Dela ninguém nos separa.
Minha Terra is a sound and visual experience that immerses the audience into the story and shows how everyday sounds can be musical. If you like what you've seen, please contact the producers and help us tell this story.
Mas que barbaridade.